Hello everybody, thank you for watching my channel. This time I have received a lot of questions from viewers, so I could answer, I hope, and more questions is very welcome, so I would like to answer for all the questions. Thank you.
Okay, let's bridge from our first theme, so financial literacy, to our second theme, Japan, wealth and economic standing right now. So Japan, despite, let's say, the last couple of years, is known as an economic powerhouse and is a country that is very well established. We're in G8, G20, all of these summits. Where would you believe, or do you believe having your company established in Japan, do you believe that this is something that's beneficial versus, let's say, if you were to start a company, let's say, I don't know, Southeast Asia, for example? Do you believe that there are more perks of having and establishing a company in Japan versus another country in Asia, for example? Like economy-wise.
Yes, so the reason the people who's established in their factory, it's not the company factory, especially because I am belong to the the manufacturing industry. So the reason to establish the factory in the other country is like looking for the cost benefit, of course. So why don't we just pick up the South Asia? So because of the labor cost, right? For Japan, we don't have like many returns, so that's why the people go into like South Asia. However, like by doing so, South Asian people labor cost will be higher. That's why there is no cost benefit as well. So rather than that, maybe the robot can be manufacturing something rather than the people.
And would you think that would be a good vision to do so within Japan or overseas? Because
Japanese people are good at making the goods. Yeah, because I see my staff, and they are so good at it, and they are very smart. Well, that's why I think Japanese people are good at making something, and then this is like a good the work and job for Japanese people.
Fair enough.
Nice. Very sophisticated.
Very detail oriented.
Yes. We call it like state of the art. Yeah, they are good at it.
Yeah, I've actually seen videos where they mention that specifically post-war in factories, how detailed a lot of Japanese workers were compared to other countries where maybe a bit sloppier. So
and in my company we still need a lot of manpower, so rather than like go into the automation, it is kind of impossible to automate it, like all the process, because we have like a longer process to make the stainless steel tubing. So rather than like automate it, like I would hire like more people, like because I mentioned before, like we built the KIC, like Kids Innovation Center, and then finally maybe today they are reviewing the facility, and then their kids is coming sooner. So that I believe that like by doing so, like I'm distributing happiness to my staff. So that's what I want.
Nice. Nice. That's good. I was glad interesting that it's today. So
yes.
Nice. Very good. Perfect. Okay, our next question is related to the yen. So yen has been weakening, or has been weak past few years. As a Japanese citizen living in Japan, do you feel a sense of urgency about this situation? So about the yen right now?
I mean, for me, like for my company, like we are exporting our goods, so like a weak yen is very good for me. But other aspect that on the contrary, like some of them, like we have to import for the material as well. So that's why it's a good and bad. So I mean, the exchange rate is very what do you call, like an important aspect to look at the business. I have to calculate and I have to arrange or management the risk.
Right.
So it's, depends on the situation. I have to take action. Okay, if yen is stronger, I have to take action in this way.
Right.
And then,
weaker,
weaker, I'm going to take action this way. So because we don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
So that's why we need a risk management. And actually I learned that 3 years ago because I got like a disruption. So we have to do that, like a risk management all the time, economically and then geographically and politically
as well.
Yes, like technologically. Like a cyber attack is like everywhere.
Right.
So that's why we have to do the risk management too.
Fair enough. I see. So you mentioned that you do get some materials imported. From which countries are those? Are these from Asia or are they from Europe? Or?
We are buying the material from Japan, but that material company is going to import like some of the country, but they don't say so. That's why I don't know.
See.
But basically, they are, according to them, they are mainly importing from some of the Asian country and in South America.
Oh, okay.
Or everywhere, maybe.
I see.
Yeah.
Nice. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, next question is about tourism. So inbound tourism is booming. Yes. There are many tourists, foreigners right now. Maybe at its peak, I think last year was the highest that Japan has ever seen.
Really? Yeah. Because of the cherry blossom, I think. No?
No, I think just a combination of everything. Like
season?
Not even season. Like for instance, post-COVID, so during COVID, obviously Japan was on lockdown. Moving forward, people who've wanted to go to Japan prior then weren't able to, plus the yen being weak. These are all reasons why. So I think 2024 was the highest year Japan had seen of tourism. So that being said, how do you think Japan should approach its branding moving forward? Because obviously they're getting so many people in. They actually started considering, I think, removing the tax-free option for foreigners. So there's
a lot of sales tax?
Yeah. So they're thinking rather than having them pay tax-free, they charge them full price, and in their own country, then they claim back the taxes.
Okay, yeah. The VAT system, right?
Exactly, something that Japan can somehow implement and benefit the nation. So is there anything that you think, anything else that could kind of impact Japan in a better way with all these?
So this answer could be for the foreign people who's interested in coming here, or for the Japanese people?
For Japan as the nation.
For Japan?
Yeah.
Okay, so your question is there other aspect for waiving the tax?
Not for waiving tax, just any other opportunities utilizing the fact that there have so many foreigners coming in.
Yes.
How could Japan kind of utilize this in terms of maybe helping with the economy, helping with the yen, stuff like that?
I mean, if the people are going around shopping a lot, maybe, they can benefit. They can get like a benefit out of their paying a tax or so, right?
Right.
But just living here for Japanese people, maybe, the cost of the goods is, dramatically increasing. So that's why we have to save the money.
Right.
So rather than thinking about the tax, maybe we have to think about how we can save the money. Recently, we have a demonstration in front of the financial department, the government. Have you heard?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I've been watching the YouTube a lot, so that's why in front of the Kasumigaseki, 1,000 people gathered, and then to do the yes, that's amazing because they are having a hard time to spend in life because of the cost.
Right.
So that's why the statement is to decrease the tax. That's understandable.
Which is reasonable, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't know. They're gonna
if they're gonna change anything,
So that's why it is a good timing for Japan to shift toward the next time.
Right.
Yeah, and especially the political party have to look at that younger generation because the current strategy or policy is only for the people.
Yeah, I agree.
You agree, right?
Yeah, 100% agree.
So that's why we don't have, I mean, I don't know, my generation is younger.
Fair enough, yeah.
In the middle.
Right. Yeah, I agree. There should be some sort of a shift to focus more on
younger people.
On the younger generation, yeah.
Yes.
Because they're the ones who are going to impact anything
Yes.
anyways. So
Yes.
absolutely.